Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California. And this week, we're venturing out of the country. From stunning desert villages, beautiful scenery, and hospitable people, Morocco has a lot to offer. It is also home to one of the most important motorsport events in Morocco that is becoming widely known worldwide. Our reporter, Marco Gutierrez, takes us to the 28th annual race across Morocco, exclusive to women racers.
Okay, so I'm excited because I just got back from Morocco and I was there for a really crazy and spectacular event. This is the Rally Aisha de Gazelles. Rally Aisha de Gazelles is the only women-only off-road rally in the world. Women from all over the world, from all ages and all backgrounds, come to this event. This event is on its 28th year. Almost 80% of this year's participants are first-timers.
Do you have experience?
No.
Oh,
Not at all.
It's the first time, and it was actually our first time using a compass and everything.
And the first time like driving.
And the first time driving a 4x4 and everything. So it was just all new for us. Also sleeping in a tent.
Yeah, that's
all
totally
new.
new.
All new.
All new.
So the concept of this race is no speed, all 100% off-road and no GPS. They use old school maps to navigate across the Sahara Desert. And that's how they navigate across this entire race.
Is a mental challenge. This is not just a driving challenge, it's definitely mental. Sun is a little bit unsettling. I had a blast, however, navigation-wise is really scary because you cannot see a thing.
And so you're coming along to get an inside look at the Rally Aisha de Gazelles. I'm Marco Gutierrez. You're watching California Life.
One person dies of melanoma every 57 minutes, and if you've ever gone to a tanning bed, you have an 87% higher risk of melanoma. Yet people still do it every day. David Wiley introduces us to two women who are connected forever because of melanoma.
The California sunshine. It's the reason that millions of people have moved to our state. But this beautiful sunshine can also have deadly consequences.
Laying by the pool or spending the day at the beach is just part of the California lifestyle. But ultraviolet light from the sun is a leading cause of skin cancer. May is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, and research shows that skin cancer is by far the most common form of cancer. Estimates are that 1 in 5 Americans will get skin cancer in their lifetime. The most serious and deadly form of skin cancer is melanoma, and 86% of melanoma cases are attributed to excessive sun exposure. And studies show that even just one session in a tanning bed can raise the risk of melanoma by 20%. But the quest for the perfect tan can blind many, like Tina, whose mother had melanoma and warned her as a teenager to stay out of the sun.
She would say, "You're going to get melanoma." And I was invincible. And I said, "Whatever, then I'll just dye tan." Literally would say that.
Well, 8 years ago, Tina was diagnosed with melanoma after finding a mole on her back.
They removed it. It went 5 millimeters deep, which with melanoma, only 1 millimeter, it gets into your skin and can get into your lymph nodes. So mine was really aggressive.
After extensive treatment, including the removal of multiple lymph nodes, Tina was cleared of the melanoma, at least for a time. And it was during that recovery time that Tina began following a young Rancho Cucamonga woman on social media named Chloe Thompson, who was diagnosed with melanoma at age 19 while serving in the Air Force. Chloe bravely and publicly fought melanoma before passing away at the age of 22.
I would tell her, you need to slow down. You know, you have cancer, you know, but she just didn't want to give up. She wanted to live life.
Chloe's mother, Michelle, describes her daughter as an outgoing young lady who lived life to the fullest.
She just never gave up. She never stopped fighting. In fact, when she finally passed away, people were surprised. They didn't realize that her cancer was as serious as it was because she just lived life every single day.
And today, Michelle works hard to keep Chloe's memory alive in an effort to help others.
I kept Chloe's Facebook going as a memorial page, and she has, I don't know, about 3,300 people on there. People really reached out to me after Chloe passed away and just told me, you know, how she inspired them.
And while Tina never met Chloe, she reached out to Chloe's mother, Michelle, when she was recently re-diagnosed with melanoma, and they met recently for the very first time.
You did great.
I try not to cry.
I know, me too.
Chloe was so positive. She was just so positive, and everything I would watch of her, she was just happy, and she fought so hard. And I just vowed to fight as hard as Chloe did.
And Chloe and Tina's stories are reminders to all of us of the dangers of this deadly form of skin cancer. Things to remember: people with fair skin, blonde or red hair, and blue eyes are most susceptible to melanoma. But anyone with extended sun exposure can be at risk. A family history of melanoma is also a risk factor. Warning signs include large, irregular moles that grow quickly. More than 9,000 people nationwide are predicted to die from melanoma this year, but the survival rate is very good if detected early. That means everyone, especially people in the risky categories, need to get regular examinations by a dermatologist.
Melanoma can be prevented, so sunscreen, put some sunscreen on, and give yourself a self-exam. It's just like breast cancer, it's really easy, just check your skin.
As for Tina, she's in the midst of a new battle with stage 4 melanoma. And while her prognosis is unknown, she remains upbeat about the future.
I'm super positive about it. I know I was put here for a reason, and I'm just going with it. I hope that I could be an inspiration to somebody. I hope that my fight can help somebody else, and I hope that my knowledge will help somebody else.
If you or anyone you know fits in the high-risk category or you're noticing new moles, we urge you to see your doctor immediately. For more information on melanoma, you can visit the American Cancer Society at cancer.org.
Coming up, Disney travel expert Janine Tornator is in studio to discuss travel tips and popular destinations for all of us. That's coming up. Stay with us. Family travel is on the rise. In fact, more than 27% of families are planning to take 3 or more vacations in the next year. Disney travel expert Janine Tornator joins us in studio to offer tips on how to plan. Thank you so much, Janine, for
Great to be
joining
here.
us. What a fun job you have.
It is fun. Talking travel is always exciting because that's what everyone's looking forward to, is planning their next vacation.
Oh, and I'm right there. It's prime time for me. And I thought it was interesting. I was reading that basically people want to go somewhere different every year. And that's definitely my family.
They do, and we're seeing this trend of it's all about experiences. So people are kind of reverse engineering these days the way they plan their vacation. Instead of saying, here's the destination I want to go to, they're saying, what do we want to do? What do we want to experience as a family? And then how do we do that? And where do we go to do that? And you know, you're seeing big brands like Disney really embrace that. They have so much more beyond the parks now. All of these signature experiences from Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, which is curated, all-encompassing tours of everything from here close to home or a tour in Japan in 2019. People want to have these really unique immersive experiences.
Now that my kids are a little bit older, like high school and junior high, I think it's educational to go and do some of those.
Absolutely, and I think when you look at this, it really takes people through those different stages of life. You take them to the parks when they're young,
Yes.
you know, and then you go do these more immersive experiences when they're older where they're going to get different things out of it.
Well, do you have any tips if anybody's looking right now?
Number one is to know when to go. The cheapest times are going to be early June and late August. If you have the flexibility, maybe smaller children, go before everybody else is. You'll find better deals that way. Another thing I always tell people is to broaden your lodging options. It's not just about hotels anymore. There are so many more options out there. You have resorts like Disney's Aulani where you have the option for hotel rooms, but they also have their Disney Vacation Club condos. And those bigger properties, well, my family, where I have 3 kids, you know, if you're doing a multi-generational trip, the grandparents may want to stay in their own hotel room. I need more space, so I would opt for one of those, but we're all on the same property and in the same resort.
So what are some of the popular cruise options right now?
For Southern California, for example, you could do the cruise out of San Diego, and if you're a really big Disney fan, they have their Adventures by Disney Southern California, which is a really cool behind-the-scenes look at everything Disney, from Disney Studios. They take you into where they do all that Imagineering, so you're gonna see stuff that may not even be out there yet, what they're imagining for their next attractions, and even the apartment where Walt Disney stayed when he was creating Disneyland. So the nice thing about cruising is that, number one, it's all-inclusive, and number two, you don't really have to worry about anything. You can do those adventurous things within your cruise, and it's not all on you to plan it all.
Exactly, and combining it with Adventures by Disney, I don't know, that's got me hooked. So, well, thank you so much, and just shedding some light on this, and it makes me want to go book a vacation.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
And coming up, we've got the best of entertainment with Audra Stafford. And now for the best of entertainment with our very own Audra Stafford.
One of the most dazzling attractions here at the Disneyland Resort is Paint the Night. When can we do this again? It's a brilliant display of light and sound. And now, after a successful run at Disneyland, Paint the Night has moved to Disney California Adventure, where it's making Buena Vista Street a whole lot brighter. It takes more than 1 million lights to illuminate the parade's dozens of costumes and floats like this one, Slinky Dog. Slinky's ears alone are 18 feet tall and 11 feet across.
There's 10 spinning discs on Slinky, and they spin at 120 RPM. And then you can see the pegs there. There's over 800 pegs. Each one is independently programmed for lighting.
Amazingly, at 32 feet long, Slinky isn't even the biggest float. That honor goes to Mack Truck from Cars at 54 feet. You also have, 73 performers in this show?
Yes.
What is it like to get all that stuff moving and out on the street and entertaining everyone? It must take a lot of work to get that going.
It does. It takes a lot of work. We have been rehearsing with the parade performers for a couple of months. We've been brushing up the floats and getting them ready for the street.
Where guests of all ages can be dazzled.
Everybody's enjoying it, clapping along, singing the song. Yeah, it's great to see it with our guests.
This is great. You can enjoy Paint the Night nightly here at Disney California Adventure.
Hi, I'm pet expert Kristen Levine, and I'm teaming up with the Nextdoor app to celebrate National Pet Month. One thing that definitely matters for neighbors is responsible pet ownership. Nextdoor is an app where real people, businesses, and public agencies discover and discuss what matters in the neighborhood. In fact, 1 in every 3 households uses the Nextdoor app, and more than 80% of neighbors on Nextdoor have pets. Nextdoor is also a place for pet lovers to connect. It's where pet parents can share tips for keeping pets healthy, photos, advice, and alerts when a pet is missing. Now, to celebrate the special relationship with pets, Nextdoor looked at why people decide to share their homes with pets. The top 3 reasons were companionship, mental health, and to be more active. Another benefit of the Neighborhood app provides big savings in the for sale and free section for gently used pet care items. Also, neighbors can search for pet clinics, sitters, and other pet providers with the Neighborhood Fave badge, which indicates they're trusted by locals. And of course, one of the biggest reasons pet owners turn to Nextdoor is for help finding a lost pet. Sharing photos and information and getting that whole community involved is a really effective way to locate a lost pet. In 2023, more than 193,000 pets were reunited with their families through Nextdoor. I'm author and pet expert Kristen Levine. Download the Nextdoor app or visit nextdoor.com to connect with a community of pet lovers.
Hey guys, it's Jason Rasidlo. I'm here at the giant Tesla supercharger site in Barstow, California. Let's find out what Tesla owners think about the supercharger network being opened up to more EV owners. Ford and Rivian EV owners can now use Tesla superchargers by using a simple adapter. Other EVs made by General Motors, BMW, and Volkswagen will also gain access to the superchargers by the end of 2024 or start of 2025. In 2025, most manufacturers will add Tesla's NACS charge ports to their EVs so that adapters will no longer be necessary. By the way, NACS stands for North American Charging Standard. How long does it take to charge your Tesla with a supercharger?
I think about 20 to 30 minutes, but it really depends on how busy the chargers are.
Maximum about
30 minutes.
30 minutes, I would say. Yeah, 30 minutes about.
For today, it's recommending 15 minutes, but I'll probably go 20 minutes just to get home.
Have you ever had to wait to access a Tesla supercharger?
No. Charging's never been an issue. That's Tesla.
So not here in Barstow specifically, but I will say at smaller charging stations like that around Riverside or Orange County, then sometimes I do have to wait about 15, 20 minutes during peak hours.
Yes, I have had that. That was originally from a previous Tesla that we used to own, and there were noticeably less chargers in our area. But within 6 months, another charger had opened up between there. It was in Moreno Valley, actually. And within a short period of time, they had already opened up a new facility.
How do you feel that Tesla superchargers are being opened up to Ford and Rivian EVs?
The Teslas come with one of those little attachments too, in case we have to use one of those chargers over there. But I'm actually really excited to have more electric cars have use of this, because I think it will lead to more widespread electric vehicle use.
No, it's not a concern. Okay. There's plenty of chargers out there, and Tesla's going to keep growing their charging network. It's not going to stop.
I think Tesla positioned themselves incredibly strategically. Overall, I would say the experience on charging through Tesla's chargers is drastically better than using the other infrastructure, especially since you can charge these cars on the other charging stations as well too. It's just not as fast, and the uptime is actually, as far as I've seen, lower. Like, you can see those devices actually shut down, and as far as I've seen, when these chargers are down, they seem to be back up within a short period of time. So it seems like they've got a dominance in the market, in a good market, I would say.
Do you have any other comments about Tesla supercharging?
I actually really appreciate my car because it has a longer range, and so I am able to make those trips from San Diego to Vegas. But I think the only thing that I could possibly ask for more at these type of charging stations would be more dog-friendly resources.
Because Tesla's so good about recognizing when and where these chargers are full in capacity, I can even see how many cars are waiting per charger at a current period in time. So if I have the luxury of being able to wait a little bit and actually time myself out, it's not as much of a concern. Relatively, if I'm at a gas station, I wouldn't be able to measure out if somebody would be available or not. But then again, you wouldn't really have the same issues.
The only thing I would say is they need longer charging cables for the other vehicle, the non-Tesla vehicles, because of where their charging connections are. So I've already seen a lot of documentaries on that. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it'll be great for everybody.
Once again, the Tesla supercharger network is now open to Ford and Rivian EV owners, with more companies coming online soon. Reporting from the Tesla supercharger site in Baker, California, I'm Jason Rasidlo for AmericaJR.com.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.